Students, you must have seen small buildings and tall towers, bungalows and chawls. They look very different from each other. Do they have any common properties? What are the basic building blocks used to construct them? Every structure is made up of certain building blocks. Same is true for living beings. There are millions of kinds of living beings on this earth. They differ in size and shape. Some live in water, while others in air or on land. They have the same building blocks. The common, basic, structural and functional unit of living beings is called a cell. Let us prepare ourselves to understand the basics of cells. Discovery of the cell. It was Robert Hooke who in the year 1665 first discovered these building blocks when he observed a thin slice of cork, that is, a bark of a tree, under his self-designed microscope. These compartments of cork were empty. He found they resembled the structure of honeycomb and labeled them as cells, which in Latin means small rooms. But these cells were dead. Every living thing, however different, is made up of these separate tiny units called cells. Cells. How many? On this earth, there are organisms made up of just one cell or unicellular to organisms made up of many cells or multicellular. In unicellular organisms, the activities and functions of the organism are carried out in a single cell. For example, amoeba, paramecium, euglena, and so on. Larger the organism, larger the number of cells in it. Students, here are few facts that will surely amaze you. There are 25 million red blood corpuscles, 10,000 million nerve cells in the cortex of brain. An adult human has 60 to 90 trillion cells. In fact, if you lined up all the cells of the human body end to end, you can actually circle the earth 4.5 times. Compound microscope. Students, let us see the parts of a compound microscope that enables you to see the cells of organisms. A typical compound microscope comprises eyepiece lens, tube, revolving nosepiece or turret, objective lenses, stage with stage clips, illuminator, arm, rack stop, fine focus, coarse focus. In the year 1673, a Dutch lens grinder named Anton van Leeuwenhoek invented the instrument that we recognize as the microscope today. Here are the names of few great people who contributed to the study of cells. Zacharias Janssen in the year 1590 invented the first microscope. Robert Hooke in the year 1665 discovered dead cells from cork. Leeuwenhoek in the year 1674 first observed living cells of bacteria, sperm and protozoan. Robert Brown in the year 1831 demonstrated the presence of nucleus in cells. Johannes Purkinje in the year 1839 named the fluid content of the cells as protoplasm. Students, you can go to your school library and find out recent contributions made in the study of cells. Cell theory. It was proposed by M.J. Schleiden and Theodor Schwann in the years 1838 to 39 that all plants are composed of cells and cell is the basic unit of life. In the year 1885, R. Virchow modified his theory as omnius cellula acellula, which means all cells arise from existing cells. Modern cell theory has following postulates. All organisms are composed of cells. Cell is the structural and functional unit of life, that is, all vital functions of an organism occur within cells. All cells arise from pre-existing cells, that is, no cell originates spontaneously but comes into being only by division of cells. Every organism starts its life as a single cell. With the discovery of electron microscope in 1940, it was easy to understand the complex structure of a cell and its organelles. Morphology of cells. Cell. How big or small? An egg and an amoeba both are single cells. Size of the cell varies greatly from 0.1 micrometer to 18 centimeters. The unit used to measure size of a cell is micrometer. 1 micrometer is equal to 1 divided by 1000 millimeter. Small size of cell ensures greater surface area. Greater surface area ensures greater diffusion of nutrients into the cell, greater extent of exchange of materials in and out of the cell, also easy repair of the damaged cell. Smallest cell, cells of Mycoplasma galliseptium, have a size of 0.1 micrometers. Egg of an ostrich, which is approximately 18 centimeters, is also a single largest cell. Some nerve cells in humans have 1 meter long tail or axon. Shape of cells. Cells can be of different shapes, such as columnar, as in epithelial cells, spindle, as in smooth muscle cell, irregular, as in amoeba, branched, as in nerve cells, rectangular, as in fat cells, circular biconcave, as in RBCs, oval, as in ovum, circular, as in sperm, spiral, as in spirogyra, rod-shaped, as in bacteria. Students, why do cells have different shapes? Shapes of cells are often related to the function they perform. Human red blood corpuscles are circular biconcave for easy passage through human capillaries, while white blood cells can change their shape to engulf the microorganisms that enter the body. Nerve cells are long to conduct impulses from one point to another.